Today we will start with fourth session of pointer chapter. Already we explained what do you mean by pointers, what are the advantages, how to define a pointer, how to access that. Regarding that already you came to know. Whereas pointer is a variable, it stores memory address of another variable. ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ದು ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. Then what are the advantages on this pointer? It helps to deals with hardware component, easy to write the program, memory can be utilized properly, helps to deal with hardware component, efficient program can be written. If I know memory concept, especially pointer concept, memory can be utilized properly. In this we can able to perform few operation like we can able to add an integer value to a pointer, we can subtract an integer value to a pointer, we can increment, we can decrement. Then which of the operation is not possible here? Addition of two pointer is not possible, multiplication of two pointer is not possible, division of two pointer is not possible, as multiplication, addition, division as well as subtraction of two pointers are not possible. All these things we explained in the previous class. Today I am to explain regarding pointers and objects. Already you came to know pointer is a variable, it stores memory address of another variable. What is the syntax to declare a pointer variable? Here first we used to write the data type, then leave one space, star pointer variable. Pointer variable, this is the syntax already you came to know. For example, int a star a, float star b. Now what is the difference here? Both are pointers. And how I came to know it is a pointer? Because before that variable name we have star operator. From that I came to know that it's a pointer variable. Whereas in the first case here a is a variable, it stores the memory address of another variable of type integer. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅದು ಇಂಟಿಜರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಟಾ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ in the second case b is a pointer variable, it stores the memory address of another variable of type float. This is the syntax already you came to know. Now we will explain regarding pointers and object. When we come to know pointers and object, there is a relationship between pointers and object. A pointer pointing to an object, a pointer pointing to an object is referred as pointers to object. Here in generally we used to create an object. How to create object? Class name, then object name. Like this format we used to create. Whereas in pointers and object, class name star object. Then here from this I can able to create an object of pointer format. That is nothing but pointers and object. While writing an example, for example, student is the class name. Student is the class name, then S is a regular object, then star sp is an object to pointer. Now after that the sp is equals to ampersand s. The address of s object is transferred to pointer object. Now is it clear? Then if I want to call the function, then I have to write sp arrow function name. Function name I have to write. Now is it clear? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವು? object dot function name we used to write. Function name to call the functions. ಅಂದರೆ ಡಾಟ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾಟ್ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನೇಮ್ inside the bracket if I arguments that we will to write, otherwise empty bracket we used to write. Whereas in pointers if I want to call any function, then compulsory I have to use arrow operator. That is a pointers to object, arrow function, then function name. ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಾಟ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? arrow operator na use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Now is it clear? Now we will explain the program regarding this. That is, create a class. Now this is your 12th program. On this, we have a question. Create a class containing the following data members, register number, name and fees. Also create a member function to read and display the data using the concept of pointers to object. Now, all of you listen here. What is the aim of this program? Here, the question is create a class containing the following data members, a register number, name and fees. 3 data members are given. One is register number and one more is name and one more is fees. Also create a member function to read and display. Here we are not doing any calculation. Only thing we have to input the values and we have to display the values. Read and display the data using the concept of pointers to object. Then which are the data members here we required? One is register number and the second one is name and the last one is fees. These are the 3 values we have to import. These 3 values we want to input and then we have to display. We are not doing any calculation here. We have to just input these 3 values and we have to display these 3 values using the concept of pointers to object. Now for this one, now we will explain the program. First, as usual, start with the header file. Ash include iostream.h. This is a supporting header file for scene as well as cout. Next, ash include conio.h. This is the supporting header file for clear screen as well as getch function. Next, for a student we want to input register number, name and then fees. Then I am to create a class with the name student. Now here we have to start with the class. The class name here we are given as student. Student is the class name. Next, in private section, declare all the variables. First one we require register number. Register number I am to take it as integer format. Int register number. For register number don't give any space in between. It's a single word. The integer format register number. Next one we have name. Name is a collection of characters. That is nothing but string here. We cannot declare directly string here. Then we have to take it as character format. The data type here we have to take character name. Inside the bracket, for example, I am to write 20. It means that maximum for a name it can take 20 characters. And the last one we have float format fees. Declare all the variables in private section. Next, in public section, declare the functions. Whereas in this, we need only 2 functions. One is for input purpose and one more is for display purpose. We are not doing any calculation here. For the sake, the first one is void get data function for input purpose. Next, one more function, void display function. Then we are not doing any calculation. Then close the class. To close a class, after flower bracket, you have to put semicolon. This is the first part. Next, we want to write the statement of get data function outside the class. How to write? First, we have to take the return type here, void. The class name is student. Next, scope resolution operator. Then get data function. We are not doing any calculation here. We are just identifying void is the return type, then student is the class name, scope resolution operator, get data function. Here don't put semicolon because now we are writing the statement of this function. Next on this, input all the values. What are things we have to perform? We have to input all the values. First, cout inside the double quotes. Here insertion operator inside the double quotes, write down enter register number. To move the cursor next line, end line function. Input that value. Cin extraction operator register number. Next one now we have to input. That is cout insertion operator inside the double quotes, enter name. To move the cursor next line, end line function. Now same extraction operator name. Next function we want to input the fees. Then cout insertion operator, enter the fees. Now input that cin extraction operator fees. Then close this function which you opened. This is regarding get data function. Here we are not doing any calculation. We are just input all the values, that is register number, name and then fees. Next we want to display all these three values. Then display function we have to write. How to write? The return type is void. Next the class name is student. Here write down scope resolution operator. Now display function. Now what we want to do? We want to display all the values one below the another. Cout inside the double quotes, write down register number. The student register number equals student register number equals. It has to display inside the double quotes. Then insertion operator, register number. If you want, you can use end line. It's optional. Otherwise, all the values will display one after the another. Then cout insertion operator. We want to display the name. Student name equals. Display the name. Insertion operator name. Display the name. Next, cout. If you want, you can use end line. It's optional for you. The last one is student fees equals. Display the fees value. Then close this function which you opened. Now is it clear for all of you? We are input all the three values. Here we are displayed all the three values. Now what's the next thing? We have to create the main program. How to create main program? That is void main. Now first create an object. Here we have to create objects to pointer format. For the sake, while creating object, first you have to take the class name. Here the class name is student. Now we have to create object to pointer format. For the sake, first student, then yes, it's a regular object. Then comma star sp, pointer object. Now clear screen, CLR SCR. Clear scene function. Next, here sp equals ampersand yes. The address ampersand address operator. Now pointers ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಎರಡು address operator ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಒಂದು ಆಂಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ it stores address of another variable, whereas ampersand stores address of its own variable. The address of S is transferred to SP pointer object. Now is it clear? Now with the help of object to pointer we can call the function. How to call the function? SP arrow function. Here compulsory you have to use arrow symbol. ಈಗ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆರೋ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಮೈನಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ದೆನ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರೋ ಆಪರೇಟರ್. ನಾವು SP arrow call the function. What's the first function? That is get data function. Get data function. Now next call the second function. SP arrow display function. Display function. Of here we are not doing any calculation. We are just input the values and we are just displaying the value. For the sake we does not require compute section. Only object to pointer call the functions with the arrow operator, that is get data function, and one more is display function. Then next get ch close the main program which you opened. Now it's clear. Once again I am to explain this concept. Whereas iostream.h is a supporting header file for scene as well as cout. Cuneo.h is a supporting header file for clear screen as well as getch function. Our aim to just display the values of register number, name as well as fees by using pointers to object format. For the sake, the class name here we are considered as student. Here in private section declare the variables. Register number we are declared as integer format. Character, name, whereas character ಅಂದಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ನ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. Directly we cannot take string here. That's why what we used to do, char name inside the bracket 20. ನೀವು ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 20 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 20 ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, 10 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 10 ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. Then char name inside the bracket 20, maximum 20 characters we can able to take here. Then one more is variable is float, that is fees. Now in public section declare a function, void get data function, void display function, then close the main program, close the class. Whereas here void student get data function. For input purpose, cout enter register number, input the values. Cout in output screen we want to display, enter name, then input the name. Then next in output screen cout enter the fees, will input the fees value, then we'll close get data function. Next in display function display all the values, that is cout student register number equals display the register number. End lines are optional, if you want you can use, otherwise not required. Then student name display the name, student fees display the fees, then close this function. In the main program create an object to pointer, this is object to pointer. Then clear screen, the address of object is transferred to object to pointer, then call the function with arrow operator, that is SP arrow get data function, SP arrow display function, then get ch, then close the main program. This is regarding your pointer program. Once again I am to recall, whereas here pointers to object is nothing but we can able to, a pointer can pointing to an object referred to as pointers to object. Here we can able to call the functions with the help of arrow operator. Now is it clear for all of you? Next class we will continue with the remaining thing of the same chapter. Thank you for all of you.